everybody ain't gonna make it. We did the story the other day about a good mother who was going through a little something. They call it postpartum. They call it that she was having like a mental breakdown to where she decided to walk her kids to a pool, to the neighborhood pool, to the apartment complex pool, and tie everybody together so we can be as one, and then jumped in the water and push kids in the water as soon as she saw a white SUV pull up, because she knew that her children were going to be saved, but she was going through a little something. Well, her bond has been denied, as they said. Hold on. Did I get these two right? The bond denied. I think the bond denied video is first. Here we go.
A Tampa mother accused of trying to drown her 3 young children faced a judge today. Prosecutors say she planned to kill her children and herself. 10 Tampa Bay News reporter Kristen Barbarisi explains what happened in court and what experts say you can do if someone you know is in crisis.
Shanice Willingham sobbed in court as the judge denied bond after prosecutors outlined disturbing details about what they say happened at a Valrico pool early Wednesday morning.
Ms. Willingham indicated that her intention was to use that rope to tie the children to her so that when they all went into the water, they would stay together.
Investigators say surveillance video shows 24-year-old Shanice Willingham taking her 3 children, ages 3, 2, and 8 months, to a locked community pool after an argument with her family.
Prior to even getting to the pool, she's on an Instagram live video where she is describing that no one else will take care of her children, so she is going to not only take her life, but take their lives as well.
Prosecutors say Willingham was sitting at the pool's edge when her brothers pulled up.
Willingham acknowledges the individuals that are getting out of the car and then is seen throwing one of the toddlers into the pool, throwing the 8-month into the pool, and then throwing the second toddler into the pool.
She acknowledged, not she just saw the white SUV pull up, but she acknowledged that the white SUV had done pulled up with her brothers, and her brothers came and saved her. Her mama didn't even pull up, but go ahead.
The brothers jumped the fence and pulled the kids out. The toddlers were underwater for up to 50 seconds. The baby was submerged for 51 seconds. Miraculously, none of them were seriously hurt.
This is someone who was obviously having a mental health breakdown.
Willingham cried as her attorney detailed her mental health history, but the judge ultimately sided with prosecutors and denied bond.
There's no issue too big or too little.
The Crisis Center of Tampa Bay says this case is a reminder: when someone's talking about hurting themselves or their children, take it seriously.
Oftentimes, individuals who are in these situations, they don't feel like they have anywhere else to go. Whether that's real or not, for them, it is reality.
If you or someone you know needs help, you can reach the Crisis Center at 211.
Reach the Crisis Center. Anybody that you know, anybody that y'all know who needs some help, we got to take this stuff serious, because they're telling us that we need to take this stuff serious. The next one.
Of 3 sat before a judge for the first time this morning since being accused of trying to drown herself and her 3 young children.
The incident happened last week at a community pool in Valrico, and News Channel 8's Alessandra Young.
That was a great question. Say, how do they know the seconds? The only thing that I could come up with is it was recorded. There's camera footage. That's the only way that I can come up with, because they had to watch it down to the second for them to give us the seconds. So the pool must have surveillance.
In the courtroom today, she has details.
It was an emotional day in court as Shanice Willingham sat before the judge. Now, she's accused of trying to drown herself and her 3 young children, ages 3, 2, and 8 months old, last week at a community pool. Investigators say she posted this attempt on her social media, which prompted her family to rush over and save the kids. Shanice Willingham sat before Judge J. Logan Murphy Monday morning, visibly seen shaking and crying. She got emotion. Facing 3 counts of attempted murder in the first degree after allegedly trying to drown herself and her 3 small children last week. The state says there's video evidence that shows her dropping her 3 children over a 6-foot fence, sitting at the pool's edge for several minutes, and then grabbing a life preserver.
Based off of interviews that were conducted, Ms. Willingham indicated that her intention was to use that rope to tie the children to her, so that when they all went into the water, they would stay together.
Investigators say Willingham had an argument with a family member last Wednesday, which prompted an Instagram live post.
That baby got real tears. Now, typically females have tears because they is being somewhat held accountable. Yeah. It ain't because like the kids. You thought they was because of the kids. Y'all play too much. Go ahead.
She said she couldn't take it anymore and claimed her children would be better off with God. The Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office says she then placed her 3 young children in the deep end of a Valrico community pool and threw herself in. Family members monitoring her social media rushed to the pool and were able to save them all.
In total, the toddlers were underwater from anywhere from 20 to 50 seconds. The 8-month-old is very clearly seen thrown into the water and is recovered by a second brother who jumped the fence and into the water, and the infant was underwater for 51 seconds.
She has no prior criminal history, and the defense says the state's interpretation of the video is incorrect.
What?
Court documents revealed the mother was experiencing a mental health crisis.
Ms. Williams has been Baker acted 4 times. She is an individual who's been diagnosed as bipolar, obviously has a history of mental health diagnoses, and we believe at this point, Judge, was going through a severe mental health breakdown.
Stop. Well, I told y'all, boy, a bitch could be Baby D out here in the goddamn street. A good mama won't lose her children for nothing. Damn it, bitch gotta sell dope. We gotta be doing hair in the kitchen. We gotta have that fentanyl. Baby gotta be snorting powder and bring a gun to school for us to consider maybe we need to remove the children from the mother, but we can give it to her mama and just give her time to get her parenting situation together. But get them back. We're going to get them back. We ain't going to keep them gone for two. No, hell no. Shout out to VA Fresh for the $5 super chat. He said, damn, a family baptism gone way wrong. He said she said that she was going to see the Lord. He said in reality, she wanted all this attention for the internet. Clout. She's a real clout chaser. Real clout chaser. Listen to what Buddy said.
Interpretation of the video is incorrect. Court documents reveal the mother was experiencing a mental health.
Our interpretation of what had happened is incorrect. The interpretation that you got from watching her, because they said the interpretation that the courts had them watch, so they must have watched the video. You know what I'm saying? They watched the video of her jumping the gate and putting the kids aside, like the water and stuff like that. Misinterpretation. You ain't see what you saw. Well, that's all you saw, but you didn't also see that she's been diagnosed with bipolar. You didn't see that part. That's gonna be how she plead. Temporary insanity, mental health issues. You know what I'm saying? I have been clinically diagnosed. So she's been diagnosed. That bitch done been Baker acted 4 times. Remember the father had done said that he was trying to get custody of like the kids, stuff like that. This bitch got a background of being unstable. Nobody, and even like her judge say, well, he didn't try to prevent her from being around the kids. Hell, the courts, the people who Baker acted, the people who said that she was bipolar did not try to get the children away from her.
Into the water, and the infant was underwater for 51 seconds.
She has no prior criminal history, and the defense says the state's interpretation of the video is incorrect. Court documents reveal the mother was experiencing a mental health crisis.
Ms. Williams has been Baker acted 4 times.
Do y'all understand that we also saying that because you is experiencing a mental health thing that you can do whatever you want to do, especially to other people, because you're going through a little something? How many of y'all have a mental health breakdown because of some shit that you going through? But you just, for some reason, you can't blame it on anybody else, or like you can't harm people, or you don't harm people when you going through a little something. Why don't you harm yourself?
She is an individual who's been diagnosed as bipolar, obviously has a history of mental health diagnoses. And we believe at this point, Judge, was going through a severe mental health breakdown.
The defense said that Willingham lives with her family and asked for a reasonable bond, but the judge said the risk was too great.
I find that release would cause an exceedingly great risk of harm to herself and to the alleged victims.
The judge denied bond for Willingham, and she will remain in jail for the time being. In Tampa, I'm Alessandra Young.
She gonna stay in jail until like the next hearing, but I don't think that she gonna do no prison time. Y'all tell me what you think. Move right along. I ain't gonna get much of it.